First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Riddick. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Perry coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Touchdown, Packers! Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and it's now 14-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 45. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
22.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Right now, you got 58.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Packers. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
22. Big 20. Block it. 21.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Stay 50, stay 50.
A give. This is Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Stafford. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Tag 50 left. 21.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
That's fine, yeah.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Finding some room at midfield. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Detroit getting set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
21.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now it's Stafford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Hey, check 26. Jump out.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Rodgers going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Lions will take over. So out now come the Lions. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
We got three, fellas.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
82, 10. Yeah, watch the ball.
On 3rd down, Stafford. And finding the tight end, Wilson. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Back near the goal line, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. They've got his man complete. It's a big play that time for the Packers. And even 40 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A give to Jones. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. To throw is Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the end zone, Stafford. Got an open man, it's Ratley. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, give me radar.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable here from the 38. And 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Working from the gun, Rodgers uncorks one for Davis. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Gonna throw again. Wide open receiver complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Rodgers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's up to 70 yards now in this first half receiving as he's got a first down. On first down, Rodgers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Rodgers to throw on third and one. And incomplete here on third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They'll go with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Hey, give me radar. Double right. Zero.
On second down, here's Stafford. And to the left side here, Wilson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, go here.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Stafford now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, give me radar. Set, lady. 21. Light. Get wide. Light 42.
Out of the gun, Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, take 26. Jump out. Hey, take 26.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers again now. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jarrett Davis leading this surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Snap comes at 1. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. from midfield. Here's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Give me radar. Jumbo.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Check. 3 down.
Play action, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Hey, check 26. Zoom.
Rodgers now on first down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Hey, check 26.
Now a play fake here on first down. And Davis has it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
That's fine. Yeah. Zoom. Yeah, Liz. Hey, check 26.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, check 26.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. And it's the Redskins scoring again to open up that lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Yeah, Liz.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Gets past one man. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Like 7. 21. Let's go. Like that.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Zoom. Yeah, Liz. Hey, check 26.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Jumbo! All right. Hey, check 26. Jumbo! 319.
Here's Rodgers. Back to the air on second down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. A good pickup there, a 22. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Jumbo! Run.
On first down, Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Zoom. Jumbo!
And again, it's Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ronald Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They find some open field here. Still going. They can't stop him.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 46.
Alert! 3 down.
Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. on second down. Here's Stafford. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26. Jump out.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle there by Eli Harold.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, it's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eli Harold in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And Detroit getting set to go now. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. Got an open man, it's Rattling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Here's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Rodgers looking to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, take 26.
On second down, here's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
That's fine. Yeah. Hey, 50. Hey, take 26. Hey, take 26.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And taken at the 46. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw is Stafford. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The give is to Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Packers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
down.